I live in Ahmedabad. I'm passionate about creating beautiful mobile apps, games, and responsive websites. So I started programming when I was 6 years old, and I have also recently launched a hyper casual game on the Apple's App Store, which is currently trending in the Middle East. The name of the game is the Color Square Game. It's basically a hyper casual game in which the player has to drop the ball in the correct side of the square. The game seems to be simple at first, but it's difficult and requires complete concentration towards the screen. And the game has been designed with simplicity in mind. It has minimal graphics and joyful sound effects. So that was my pretty short introduction. To know more about me, you can search Dhrumil Dhanesha on Google. So learning to code is a new skill that is popular these days. It is so much in demand that even high schools have added programming in their curriculum, with every core being digitized and becoming smart and automative. With the AI technology, learning to code has become the need of an era. Everything that you can possibly think of can is is basically done using an app or a website, from ordering a cab or food or shopping to watching movies or even taking courses of basically game development and app development skills. And with applications being digitized, the demand also increases for developers and programmers, and hence learning a programming language would be beneficial. So in this talk, we will discuss how to learn the programming languages of your choice and in the correct way to begin your basically to begin your programming journey. So let us get started. Before we begin further, let me remind you that you have chosen a path that demands patience and motivation to never give up in spite of the challenge on the way. The first and foremost step is to choose the language to learn. It is recommended to start with Python as it is simple, like English. Uh, yeah, so Python is a quite simple language, and it's just like a normal language, just like English. And so it's easy to learn. You can check out some of the best Python tutorials online and get started. But you may choose the language that interests you, and basically, you can choose the language that you're at least interested in. So, you know, let's say if you're interested in developing a game, then you can learn C++, and C sharp. If you are like more into, if you want to develop an iOS app, you can go for Swift, right? So Java and Kotlin is also used for app development, but it's used in Android app development. So hence, of course, learning programming languages will be beneficial to you. And yeah, programming languages are just like a normal language. And as I said, you should choose the language that interests you the most. So if you plan to develop a mobile app, you may want to begin with Java or Kotlin for Android, and for iOS, Swift. And if you want to build a website, JavaScript is suggested to begin with. For a profession in data science, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, Python and R are the languages to study. You may want to learn the languages in one of the following two ways. You can learn programming languages through interactive websites. Websites like Code Academy and Coursera are recommended for interactive coding sessions. These were built with the idea that many beginners are stuck at the beginning. At the beginning, when they start to learn to code while setting up the development environment, these websites offer online text editors and compilers to begin coding instantly. You may also learn programming through video tutorials. If you are a person who likes detailed study with step-by-step guidance, then I recommend you to enroll into any online programming tutorial, or you can also watch free tutorials on YouTube. I guess you'll get a couple of channels in which they are sharing knowledge for free with no cost. They are uploading videos for free, and they have a great content. So that teaches you from the beginning to install videos. They teach you from the beginning from installing and downloading the required IDE to basic concepts of language, and it ends with a cast-upon project to test your coding skills. Some tutorials and courses also offers certification that could help you later when you seek out or look out for job. I recommend platforms like Coursera for searching the beginner tutorials for the preferred language. You may also want to check out some top-rated tutorials at hackr.io. So you need to focus on learning the basics. It is always suggested to make your fundamentals strong. So us to be a pro coder, learn the basics thoroughly and try your hands on the code by making your own problems and basically solving them. Stress on the following topics to begin learning, as they are common in almost all languages. So data types, variables, functions, arrays or lists, uh, if statements, conditional loops, classes and objects, exception handling, trees, maps, and etc. So what I suggest you is once you are uh, familiar with the basics, you can start building your first project. So building your personal project is the best way to analyze and learn what you have learned. Building a project of your choice would give you a practical learning experience of the same language in much detail as you would once once come across the implementation of the concepts that you have learned earlier, and also learn how to deploy the same knowledge or deploy the same project to be used by you and all others. Moreover, as you build your projects, add it to your profile or your GitHub account. This would help you in future when you look for a job in a development sector. The biggest question that arises at this stage is, how should I choose a project? So this is where most people get stuck at the deciding stage. So what to build? The solution of the question is simple. Choose what interests you the most. Whatever it comes, whenever it comes to studying or coding, you must do what interests you the most. You must enjoy the project area you choose so that you are passionate about it and it keeps you engaged until you build it. If you choose something that is not of your interest, you may end up giving up your project in the middle. So eventually choose something that at least interests you. Um, you know, so yeah, choose something that keeps you and keeps you stuck in the same project and forces you to learn more and more uh, concepts in the same language. If you like playing games, then you might just want to develop a video game of your choice. Similarly, if you like photography, you might want to build up your portfolio website showcasing your work. Or if you are someone who is interested in trading, you might design an app or a website to analyze your stock charts, analyze, and it will give thought that what you like before you begin to build. So start with something simple. Being confident about your capabilities is good, but being overconfident is not. So it is recommended that you begin with something simple and easy projects to explore and basic stuff. The language more before you dive into building complex projects. For example, if you choose to build a video game, do not straight away begin with the complex video game League of Legends. Instead, begin with something like tic-tac-toe game. Or if you want to build website, do not start with something like Amazon or Facebook. Instead, go for something like a to-do list. Build something useful for yourself and the community. So Innovative, so it should be something, you should at least be something innovative and build something that is useful for you as well as that interests the community. Building something of community's interests would give you an opportunity to have several downloads or viewers to your project, and this way you have something to basically, showcase your talent and also have an edge over the candidates while looking for a job. Few ideas to So I'll suggest you a few ideas to basically get started with. If you are puzzled about where to begin with what you have got, we have I have got you a few ideas to start with your project. You could begin with a simple website like a making of a to-do list. If you want to make a game, apps, and if you want to make a game, go for a simple tic-tac-toe game, a Sudoku game, a Flappy Bird game. So these were some basic ideas to get started, and this will help you to programming. If you want something challenging, you might want to consider building websites like uh, similar to Twitter, but with not as many features as Twitter offers, but with some basic functionality like to tweet and follow. HackR gives you many project ideas for several languages, ranging from the beginner level to the advanced level. Check out the projects of different languages from hackr.io. So if you're feeling stuck, there would come a time while you develop the projects that you would feel stuck. If it could anything, you know, it could be anything from getting errors, your program crashing without any message, or even your coding executing not going well. So you're not supposed to give up because hard times and hard times are a part of deal, right? You may face ups and downs in life, but you're not supposed to give up. What do you do in such scenarios is to not give up, stay motivated, and to help consider below the points to continue working on your projects. Learn to Google the error correctly. This is a circular step that you must master. Searching and suffering the error of code would help you correct your correct your code within few minutes. But on the other hand, if you are not uh, if you are not much familiar with the skills, it would be a diving moment uh, into your project. So a tip that I would like to share here: I put the error generated by your compiler in double quotes before searching on Google. This way, Google would specifically target the error at the same sentence, and that would give a give a much accurate filtered uh, result. So popular websites. So there are many popular websites to guide you. Websites like Stack Overflow and Reddit are at the top charts here to guide developers around the world with their code. It is fully fledged community of developers from all forts that come up to tech uh, to help you regarding tech and other projects. Posting your doubts here could even take 2 to 3 weeks to get a response, but it's worthy, although you might already end up finding the situation to your error, as many people might have come across the same error before you post it. It is also suggested that you answer some of the questions that you can help others and basically help community to grow and help a community to solve their problems. So this way you would also learn uh, programming in a more meaningful way. So I just suggest you to attend events and meetups. This step might be difficult to start with as it requires your comfort zone. But trust me, once you start doing it, you would enjoy it. So start by looking for people who have similar interests as yours, and get to know or maybe work with them. You could try searching for some coding events at your Facebook's event page or visiting the meetup site and connect with people to learn more. You know, communities like GDG and events like DevFest has been a blessing for us developers, uh, as it helps us gain the edge, and it provides us with many meaningful concepts, and yeah, they provide us a lot of knowledge. So finally, many learn programming language to end up in a development job. So when you are confident enough or believe that you know some basic programming, you may want to step into the development industry by starting with an internship. Start working as a paid or an unpaid intern in a project that is of your interest, or you may even assist or work with some experienced developer to learn. Working as an intern gives you an opportunity to learn and enhance your skills at a professional level, and sometimes even get paid, even if you are not getting paid. You get an opportunity to make your network in the industry for future references and placements. Yeah, you may want to begin your internship search in the following ways. You can search LinkedIn. It is the most trusted source that reaches a wide audience and can help you in a variety of ways, and can also help you find your internship. So there are similar platforms like LinkedIn, which you can search on Google. Networking can also help you find internship. This is the most recommended way of getting an internship, as you get into a job through someone's reference. You are certain to get an edge over the other candidates, as they tend to trust you easily. If someone from the firm refers you, you can build your network and attend meetups. So there are also certain boot camps taking place around the world, and I strongly suggest you to attend it. So that brings us to the end of the guide to learn to program. I hope after hearing me, you are urged to learn programming and start coding your first project. Uh, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Unfortunately, my computer back. I just inserted an external battery. So, yeah, I'm back. And the good thing is that I was about to end and the battery died. So, that brings us to the end of the guide to learn how to program. Uh, I hope after hearing me, you are urged to learn programming and to start coding your first project. So gear up and begin your journey of becoming a developer. If you have any other tips that you would like to share, you can share it now. I am also open for questions and happy coding. So you can shoot some questions to me now on the chat box. If someone can voluntarily help me, please read out questions so I can answer them.
Thank you very much, Dhrumil, for your presentation. Thanks a lot. It was a lot interesting, and as I was sharing with Deborah and your God, most of the things that you said, like uh, I actually experienced them in real life. For example, when we talked about the importance of getting involved in communities so that we can learn more and faster with
Exactly.
others same interest. Like that's how I got here also from I got to know when I got to know about GDG Maputo, and at the beginning I had a very small idea of tech, of coding, but when I got there, it was like there's a lot more to explore. There's a lot that we can do with technology, and it's just amazing all the things that we can do with it.
So programs like Google Developers Group (GDG), it's a blessing for us. We get to meet people with the same interests, and yeah, basically everyone in the community are so helpful. They teach us a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So I think they have questions, but they're just sad that you're leaving.
There are no questions, right?
No, but they're sad that you're leaving.
I'm leaving.
They are
Where I'm
sad
leaving?
that you said that you're leaving, that your presentation has ended. They saying that they want to learn
Oh,
more from you.
yeah, no, I'll still be here. I'll still be attending other sessions. But if someone wants to communicate with me, you can always get in touch with me on my social media platforms. I'll also drop my email here if you have any questions. If you'd like to talk to me, you can always, talk to me. I'll just drop my email right here on the chat box.
I think the community will be happy to have this contact with you. So we look.
Yeah, I just dropped my email.
Well, just drop your email. I haven't seen it yet.
I by mistakenly I dropped it in the backstage.
Okay.
I'll just drop it in the on the general channel.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so there you go, guys. Please don't spam him, or else he's not gonna be here anymore because he's gonna be scared. Please don't spam him. Just go there with good interest of learning. And one more time, thanks a lot for being here.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone for listening to me, and thank you to the entire team of GDG Mozambique for having me.
Mhm. Okay, so guys,
So, bye everyone. It was a good time.
thank you.